Second period underway here. Shots on goal in the first period in favor of your Icemen. 12-9 versus the Kings. Centering pass. Tries to connect with Weeks, and Sawyers picks it up, fires it. Good block by the Kings defenseman, able to get to his feet and take Sawyers into the corner. Sawyers picks it up. Backhand centering pass to Prosny. Trickles into the goaltender, who holds on for a faceoff. Face off to the left of Hasanoff. Some repairs in the Kings' crease. So Weeks centering a line of Sawyers and Perosny here. We saw this a few times in the first period with some different looks, some injuries here. Baines, sounds like Baines will not be back in this game. Injured his arm in a collision, I believe, with Ferris in the first period. Some friendly fire, so we'll check on him after the game. Centering pass by Perosny doesn't work. Shoveled back into the ditch by the Kings. Perosny will gather it up again. Forced off the puck. Ferris able to hound his man. Weeks tries to muscle his man off the puck, and it's won by the Kings and shoveled in. Looks like a penalty might be coming for holding to Ferris, I believe, or maybe Weeks. I believe it's going to be Weeks. It's going to go off for holding. So battle ensued in front of the penalty box. So Weeks will go to the sin bin for holding, and the faceoff will be to the right of Jordan. Binder in to take the draw, ties up his man. Giamaroli able to come in and clean up the mess and fire down the ice. On Hasanoff. Giamaroli, Binder, Carrero, and Ferris. Backdoor pass right across, able to drive wide on Binder, and pass backdoor just bounces over the blade of the Kings captain, who tried to convert on the power play within the first 30 seconds. The Kings bring it up out of their zone through center. 1-on-4. Shot. Tries to go short side, and the net is off as a result, as Jordan came over to hold the post and keep that out. Face off to the left of Jordan. Vanderham wins the draw cleanly. That's shovel up the boards by Carrier, but not out. And a shot from the point finds its mark. A low blocker side on Jordan. And another power play goal for the Kings. Puts them up by 1. So both goals coming on the power play for the Kings to take a 2-1 lead. Quick shot by the defenseman from the point through traffic. Goes far side low, just below the blocker of Jordan. And Southwest Zone has a 2-1 lead. Another penalty coming to your Icemen. A centering pass doesn't work, as Vanderham picks that up. The official calling an interference penalty on Vanderham, and your Icemen back to the box. Weeks and Gwinnett up front to start this kill, along with Homulus And Carrier, good job short-handed. Nice try to go to the backhand by Weeks. Great stop by Hasanoff. Shot up high and looking to go over the glove of Jordan, but he snags that for a whistle. Great stop as the Kings counter back the other way off the rush. And able to get a good scoring opportunity. And Jordan stands tall. 20 seconds gone and the penalty to Vanderham for interference. That's up to the blue line and out. Gwinnett will giddy up over the blue line, centering back to Weeks. Tries to find him in the high slot short-handed. That's broken up by the Kings, but they give up the puck. And Foot will lob that back into the Kings zone. Gwinnett, Carrero, Foot, and Weeks. Out here as a minute is already almost gone, and the penalty to Vanderham for interference. Back up to the point. Shot in is blocked on its way. Weeks tries to shovel that on the backhand. It's inadvertently chipped back in below the goal line. Carrero ties that up momentarily. Weeks down low to help out now. Shot in on net. Jordan able to smother that as the Icemen out of formation there. Good job by Jordan to not allow a rebound as the Kings player was attempting to hunt one down in behind the defense. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty to Vanderham. He sits in the sin bin for interference. Pass across the top, backdoor pass on the backhand of the Kings player, unable to handle that. Ferris now out here with Homulus. Porosny. And Sawyers. Puck all the way down into the Kings zone. They'll have to retreat. Rimmed around the boards as Porosny gives chase, forcing the Kings to attempt to come out of their zone, and that pass is picked off by Homulus, who sends it right back in on Hasanoff. Sawyer's able to force a turnover. As Vanderham is free from the sin bin, Sawyers picks it up. Centering pass to Ferris. Good job by Sawyers to break that up. Vanderham in. He's forced off the puck as Porosny comes in to help out below the goal line. Porosny pulls the puck back in into his feet. Tries to drag it out to the front of the net. Vanderham. Centering pass. Skips over Binder's stick as centering pass on the backhand. Trying to find Binder in the slot, and the Kings are back the other way. Right back the other way are the Kings, just missing on the backdoor play, and Binder will pick it up the other way. Gives it to Gwinnett. Gwinnett centering pass to Foot. Hops to the other side, and Knapczyk will pick it up. Knapczyk forces a turnover. He's muscled off the puck. Foot picks it up on the backhand to the forehand. Tries to get a shot off. That's into a stick, and he momentarily keeps the puck in at the Kings blue line. The Kings bring it in, circle back up to the top. Binder forces his man to throw the puck down low. Give and go pass almost works for the Kings. So bring it back in below the goal line. Carrero muscles his man to the ice. Space hard to come by on this shift as both teams bearing down here. Binder comes down to the hash marks to pick that up. Moves it to Gwinnett. Gwinnett to Knapczyk. Knapczyk through the defenseman skates, and he'll drive to the net. Centering pass doesn't work. Hasanoff tried to cover that up, unable to, and the Iceman gets some zone time, and unable to get a shot on net, though. Good stick by Homulus. He loses that momentarily. He'll get it back. Homulus drives wide. Knocked off his stick. Centering pass doesn't work as he tried to hit Giamaroli. Giamaroli forces a turnover. Giamaroli centers it right to Knapczyk, and that's turned over, and the Kings will go back the other way. They lob that to the back wall. Kings pick it up. Centering pass doesn't work. Giamaroli ties his man up. It's lobbed up and out, and Vanderham will pick it up. He's on a breakaway. Vanderham in, forward and backhand. Just misses low on the glove side. As he's run at the blue line. And he's down and in some discomfort. There'd be an interference penalty. That was going to be a hit to the head. Vanderham is slow to get to his feet. So your Icemen will go back on the power play. The Kings 2 for 2 on the power play. Your Icemen 0 for 1. 13:03 remaining in the second period. 1 goal advantage for the Kings. Face-off will be to the left of Hasanoff. Binder and Smith on the flanks for Weeks. Porozny up top with Ferris to start this power play. Move to the half wall to Binder. Binder kicks it back to Weeks. Weeks isolated along the half wall. Binder to Weeks. Back up to the top to Porozny. Porozny, Smith battling in front. Tipped on the way to the cage, and Hasanoff able to grab that and hold on. Penalized player for the Kings still sitting for his 10-minute misconduct. It hasn't got up. He'll be out shortly, I'm sure. But your Icemen on the power play here, trying to tie things up as the Kings bring it in shorthanded. Porozny able to muscle his man off the puck briefly, but he'll lag the puck below the goal line. And another infraction, another slashing penalty will go to the Icemen, and we'll play some 4-on-4. So the official calling another infraction, and be a little bit more room on the ice for the next minute and 34 seconds. Face off to the left of Jordan. Collision up in the high slot as Sawyers tried to break out of the zone. He was hounded by a Kings player. And another infraction, and it's a cross check. So the penalty parade continues here in the second period. Ferris will get the gate for cross checking. 4-on-3. We could get down to 3-on-3 here. Weeks in to take the draw. Looks like Carrero and Homulus. It'll be 4-on-3 for the Kings now. Worked up the Weeks. Good pass by Carrero to Weeks. He drives through, gets free. No interference on the call as he forces a turnover. Carrero misplays that. The Kings will bring it up and move it in the zone. Mishandled there, and Weeks will pick it up and chip it back into the Kings zone. Centering pass doesn't work, but it inadvertently goes off the boards to a Kings player. We'll drag it in and mishandle that, and Homulus will dump him down, and another infraction, and it'll be a hold. So the 10-minute misconduct infracted player is out of the penalty box, which is good as the benches are becoming shorter and shorter. The Kings player now for holding, so three on three. for 38 seconds, and then your Icemen will be on the penalty kill, which will be 4-on-3. So 3-on-3 for 38 seconds as some infractions have been called in the second period of play. Up top to Homulus, over to Carrero, back to Homulus. Fired! Steered easily aside by Hasselhoff, but a subsequent shot by Vanderham sails up over the net as he picked that off on the half wall and whistled that over Hasselhoff. Up to Vanderham, subsequently turned over, and the Kings will curl back in their own end to regroup. 26 seconds. Now shorthanded, 4-on-3 shot in on Jordan, easily gloved by the Iceman tender. So it'll be 4-on-3 for 19 seconds. Before it'll be 4-on-4. Face off to the right of Jordan. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this second period. Up to the blue line, but not out. Across the top. The Kings player able to work in back door, looking to connect there, unable to, and Kings able to keep it in the zone. Sawyers able to evade a check. Sawyers moves it back down low to Porosny. Porosny shot in, and Hasselhoff able to get his block up. I don't think he saw it till the last second. Porosny will regroup outside the zone, as it's now a power play for the remaining 30 seconds for your Icemen. As all these penalties expire. Worked across the foot. Foot to Binder. He can't handle that. That's chipped back in the neutral zone. Foot lowers the boob on his man, though he never got the puck. No penalty for interference on that call, on that hit. Binder will pick it up. He's hounded as he drags it down low. There will be a penalty upcoming to the Kings, and your Icemen will go on the power play. So about 25 seconds of 5-on-5, and we're back to a 5-on-4 play. My mistake, the penalty hadn't even expired to the Kings, so it'll be 5-on-3 for 3 seconds. And then a 5-on-4 for your Icemen. Face-off win by the Icemen. Back up to Porosny. It's back to 5-on-4 as the penalized player is out of the Kings penalty box. Shot just misses. On the glove side, low on Hasselhoff as Weeks sailed that just past the far post. Kings able to delay and kill off some time. Kings move it in over the blue line, but no further. Binder has to pick up the puck, move it up the near wall to Weeks. Weeks gains the zone. He'll slow things down along the half wall. Weeks surveys the options. Weeks to Binder. Binder to the top. Binder to Porosny. Porosny looks, back door to Weeks. Back to Porosny, fires. Throw to Ferris. Weeks to Ferris. Great job to find him in the high slot, but misfired, and the Kings able to clear it out and get a line change. 52 seconds remaining in the power play for your Icemen. Trying to knot this game at 2 with 8:24 remaining in the second frame. Porosny will bring it in. He'll carry it below the goal line. Hounded as he comes up along the half wall. Right through the seam on the backhand to Binder, and he fires it, but bouncing puck by Ferris didn't get all of that, and it goes to the opposite wall to Binder. Binder comes off, walks to the top, moves it to Sawyer, to Porosny. Porosny fires it, just misses upstairs. Binder, back to Porosny. Porosny over to Ferris. Tries to go upstairs short side, and that doesn't work. And the Kings are back the other way in a partial breakaway. Centering pass. Oh, as Jordan come across to try to gamble on that centering pass, but it didn't connect. Hard hit down in the corner. The Kings player finishes his check on Sawyers. And we're back to 5-on-5 finally here with 7:27 remaining in the second period. Puck tied up down low. Kings will come out with 4. Could be a 4-on-2. Great back check by Knapczyk to negate that. Odd man rush. Centering pass right in. Kings trying to tuck it short side. Romulus will get that up to Sawyers. Sawyers gains his own. Knapczyk has to hold up to stay on side. Sawyers back to Romulus. That shot in on net is broken up by the Kings defenseman. Doesn't make it to the cage. Sawyers will pick it up. Pass to Gwinnett. Gwinnett behind the backs. Puts it over to Knapczyk. Knapczyk, his pocket picked from behind, and the Kings are back the other way. Centering pass on the back door. Almost connects. Romulus finished his check on his man, but it looks like he's going to give him a kneeing penalty. So Romulus will go to the sin bin for kneeing. And we will go back to the special teams as looks like a double minor, 4 minutes for kneeing. And the Kings will go back on the power play. 2 for 2 already on the power play. And Giamaroli and Weeks, Foot and Carrier to start this PK for Coach Ferris. Face off to the left of Jordan, won by the Kings. Up top, D to D, fired straight in on Jordan. He's able to fight that off with a blocker. And subsequently, the Icemen clear it down the ice. Giamaroli hard on the attack. Kings able to get away from that and gain the zone. Kings player drives low with it. Drops it off for his teammate. Centering pass. Back door. Jordan with a great save. I think he got his glove on it. Scramble in front. Kick back to the point. Blocked by Weeks. Goes to the opposite corner. Scramble now and a subsequent shot. Careens off a body. Almost goes the opposite way into the net, but bounces below the goal line, and your Iceman able to get out of harm's way. Double minor to Romulus. Almost a minute gone in that. As your Iceman now bearing down shorthanded. Foot finds himself in all alone. The puck just wouldn't settle down for him. He couldn't get all of it as he tried to deposit that. Backdoor. Waved off as the net came off its moorings. Pass backdoor, deposit into the net, but right away the official waved it off to keep it a 1-goal game. Still 2:46 remaining in this Kings power play. 5:17 remaining in the second period. Face-off won by the Kings. Gwinnett. Sawyers. Ferris. Carrero. Puck able to get out. Good job by Carrero to get it down the ice, and Sawyers will give chase. Hasanoff, fans on that, almost deposited right onto the stick of Sawyers, who would have had a yawning cage. Kings player able to carry it all the way up for the zone entry. He'll drive low below the net, tries to center that. He's pushed off the puck. Iceman look to try to eat the puck along the boards. Up to the point, but not out. Just gets out. Carrero tries to clear that out. Just unable to be held in. Carrero chips it up the near wall to Gwinnett. Gwinnett to Sawyers. Sawyers fires. Kicked aside by Hasanoff. That one almost snuck under the pad. Minute and 40 remaining in the penalty to Homulus as that is blown on the icing, and the faceoff will come back deep into the King zone. Perozzi and Smith, Foot and Carrier, the penalty killing unit, as Perozzi in to take the draw. Perozzi ties up his man. King's able to pick that up, and they'll rim it around to the opposite corner. Good job by Perozzi to force the turnover. Smith fires in on Hasanoff. Hasanoff elects to play it to his defenseman. Smith in on the forecheck, forces a turnover. Smith gets the puck, centers it, tries to find Foot creeping in. The Kings go back the other way. Kings gain the zone, they'll rim it around to the opposite corner. Carrier gets the puck and he'll fire it down the length of the ice. To kill some more precious time, Smith will go to the box, or go to the bench, subbed out by Weeks. Perozzi's still out here. Good job by Carrier to step up and keep that in. Him and Foot still out here. Perozzi forces a turnover, moves it back to the point. To Carrier. Carrier fired, and that's off a stick into the opposite corner, and Perozzi gives chase again. The Kings trying to get something going here with 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Homulus. The double minor. Icemen able to kill off 3.5 minutes of it. That one, oh. Kings player able to dance in through traffic and just sailed that one up over the net on Jordan. Homulus up in the sin bin, ready to come out. Good job by Foot to step up and break that outlet pass up. Another outlet pass up, and the Kings break into the zone. We're back to 5-on-5 as Homulus is out of this sin bin. Centering pass, misfired. Jordan able to steer that to the corner through traffic. Homulus up in the rush, still out here, out of the penalty box. Homulus ties up the puck down low. Binder in to get the puck. He's muscle off the puck. Good job by Homulus to try to center that to Binder as well. And the Kings are back the other way in a partial breakaway. Carrero back. Looks like a penalty for interference is going to the Kings as Ferris on the back check was hauled down, trying to get back into play, and the Kings player pulled him down. So your Iceman will go back on the power play. If I had $1 for every slash or interference penalty in this game, I would be a rich man. But I like how the official is keeping things under wraps. He hasn't let things get out of hand. And in sync with the 2 minutes that remained on the score clock, your Icemen are on the power play to finish off this second period, down by 1. Back to Perozzi at the point. He'll move it over to the opposite side to Ferris. Ferris right to Weeks. That goes off the side of the net. Good job to get a shot away as that is lobbed back down the ice, and Jordan will stop it for Perozzi. Perozzi out from behind the net. Moves it over to Binder. Binder squeezed off along the play. Ferris will pick it up, move it to Weeks. Weeks comes in. Vanderham drives to the net. Weeks holds off. Looks for an option, moves it over to Binder on the far side. Binder, lots of room, fires off a body and off of Hasanoff into the corner. Almost eluded Hasanoff and went short side. Perozzi moves it over to Weeks at the top. Lob through to Ferris. He'll pick that up. Centering pass gets picked off by the Kings, and they're able to throw it down the ice. 47 seconds remaining in the second period. Your Icemen on the power play. Some new skaters out. Perozzi moves it up to Gwinnett. Gwinnett to Sawyers. He's pushed off the puck momentarily, but Perozzi will come in and pick it up. Perozzi tries to split the D. Gwinnett will come in, cycles it back to the wall. Good job to not go on the ice as Smith saw the puck coming and jumped off. Puck back up to the top. 10 seconds. Foot fires it through traffic. Rebound. Gwinnett hounded, unable to get the rebound. Impeded on getting his stick on it. So after 40 minutes of play, it's Southwest Zone 702 2 and your SE701 Icemen 1.